إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أوصيكم وإياي أولا بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون. قال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وقال الله أيضا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله عليم خبير. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. All praise due to Allah, Almighty, the Creator, the All-Knowing, the All-Seeing, the Provider for all of us. We survive until today because He allowed us to survive. Let us begin our day by remembering Him and be thankful and grateful to Almighty God, whose name is Allah Rabbul Alameen, the Creator of the world. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Allahumma bika asbahna wa bika amsayna wa bika nahya wa bika namut wa ilayka nushur. Bismillahillazi la yadurru ma'asmihi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi Muhammadin nabiyya. Allahumma zidni ilman nafi'an wa rizqan tayyiban wa amalan mutaqabbala. Ya muqallibal qulub tsabbit qulubana ala dinik wa ala ta'atik. Allahumma adkhilna jannatak wa ajirna minan nar. Allahumma ighfir lana, Allahumma ighfir li hayyina, Allahumma ighfir li hayyina wa mayyitina wa shahidina wa ghaibina wa saghirina wa kabirina wa zakarina wa unsana. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Brothers and sisters, welcome to our Sunday enrichment program. Just to remind all of us, life is full of challenges. Life also is full of surprise. New things happen, new news come to us. So there's a lot of things that is happening around us. And we are caught by surprise. Most of us are caught by surprise. Only for those who are connected to Allah, who remember Almighty Allah, they are ready for all the challenges and they are ready for all the surprises. That is the difference. And that is why we remind all our students of knowledge, seeker of truth, to be humble, be connected to Almighty God, the Creator, the one true God, who created all of us. There is Allah, la sharika lah, and do not have any partners beside Him. Just focus in one true God. Your heart will have peace. And we all will have a good ending. That is the key. The key towards happiness, the key to paradise is to have the right belief known as Iman. Brothers and sisters, Allah Almighty, who created all of us, are aware about everything that is happening. Every single thing that is going to happen. Everything is in His knowledge. Alimul Ghaib wa Shahada. He sees everything. The unseen is unseen to us, not unseen to Him. He keeps on reminding us, like how we keep on reminding all of you every enrichment program. Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday today. We never forget to call upon all of us with the call of Allah. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatih wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. For you who believe, all the believer is being reminded and reminded by Allah. Have taqwa. And you must have the right taqwa. The right taqwa is only can be attained by the right knowledge. Follow the right way, you have the right taqwa. It's not just feeling, brother and sister. You know, belief is not just how you feel, what you say, how you dress, what you claim. No. Belief is not just lip service. If we thought that belief is just, I believe, I memorize this, I memorize the article of it, then Allah will not have to reveal this verse in Surah Al-Hujurat. بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قالت الأعراب آمنا قل لم تؤمنوا ولكن قولوا أسلمنا ولما يدخل الإيمان في قلوبكم وإن تطيعوا الله ورسوله لا يلدكم من أعمالكم شيئا. Allah is telling us that it happened not now, in time of our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the best time. A group of the Bedouins, the Arabs, our Prophet is an Arab. The revelation was revealed in Arabic. This group of Arabs came to the Prophet and they claimed that we are believers. Qul amanna. They said, we are believers. Now, who is the true believer or not? No one knows. Belief is inside. Neither the Prophet can make any comment. The Prophet just listen, look at them. Then Allah Almighty revealed this ayah. قُلْ لَمْ تُؤْمِنُوا قُلْ لَمْ تُؤْمِنُوا وَلَكِنْ قُولُوا أَسْلَمْنَا. O Muhammad said to them, you are not yet a believer. Allahu Akbar. It's a direct reminder from Allah Almighty. Because Allah knows what is in the heart of every one of us. We just can say anything. Most of us commit a lot of sins because we are not careful with what we say. But Allah knows what is in our heart. Most of us say things against what is in our heart. We try to hide ourselves, hide our intention. I love you, but you don't love me. You just play with words. This is what happened. I'm telling you the truth, but there's no truth. You are still lying. And this is the world. Today we are facing. People lie to us. In business, they lie to you. Online business, more lies. People of authority hide and lie to us. Everybody is lying. Na'uz billah. So Allah said to the Prophet, Tell them, say to them, you are not yet a believer, but it is good enough in the beginning for you to admit and declare, I am a Muslim. Alhamdulillah. You must at least say, I am a Muslim. وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِ I am a Muslim. The Muslim you can see their dress, the way they pray, the way they talk, yes. But not all Muslims are a believer yet. But if they do what they have to do, and in their heart, they do it for Allah, purely, sincerely for Him alone, lillahi ta'ala, then the iman is there. But there are a lot of people who are doing a lot of ritual, but nothing inside. It's just a show, a showcase. Be with you, but not with my heart. Physically, I'm with you. My heart is not there. My mind is not there at all. I just pretend I'm a good actor and actress. This is what happened. Then Allah guide us. وَإِن تُطِيعُ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ. So when iman has entered your heart, the sincerity is there. Whatever you say is really from your heart. You are no more hypocrite. You are not a man of two faces anymore. What you say in front of them, behind them, you say the same thing. You are not a hypocrite. You don't lie. When it enters their heart, then the sign will appear. Anybody said, Iman, I am strong in my Iman. Then there is certain signs. The sign is, وَإِن تُطِيعُ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ لَا يَلِتْكُمْ مِنْ أَعْمَالِكُمْ شَيْئًا وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. When you really have Iman, brother and sister, the sign is that you are a person who is sami'na wa ta'na, very obedient. Whatever Allah wants you to do, you are ready to do it. Whatever the Prophet wants you to do, you are ready to follow. No more excuses. No more but. But we all have a lot of but. We like to please people to displease Allah. We like to follow so many people, but not following Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah, this is a great fitna that is happening to all of us. We hope Allah Rabbul Alameen will forgive us for what we have been doing until today. Brothers and sisters, Allah also keep on reminding us to follow His way, the only way, the way that He has shown the Prophet. And the Prophet has shown the Sabiqun al-Awwalun. And this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself told us in Surah At-Tawbah verse 100. I always remind myself and all my good fellow students of knowledge. Even sometimes they may feel bored why I keep on reminding this. But this is what we have to do, because our iman is very weak. Our memory is very, very poor today. All the good things we don't remember. We remember the bad things. Allah in Surah Al-Hujurat verses 100 said, وَالسَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَالْأَنصَارِ وَالَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوهُمْ بِإِحْسَانٍ رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه وعد لهم جنات تجري تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا ذلك الفوز العظيم الله أكبر ولله الحمد. Allah now is also telling us the first group of people who have embraced Islam. Who are they? Who are the first group of the people who became a Muslim, brother and sister? If you were asked by anybody, Malaysian, Chinese, European, African, any Arabs, the Kuwaiti, the Dubaian, the Omanian, the Yamani, Allah said, Muhajirin. Who are the Muhajirin? The people of Makkah. Allah said that, not me. But now you still have people say, don't follow the people in Makkah or Medina, follow people from other countries. But Allah said, Muhajirin, the people of Makkah, like Abu Bakr, Khadijah, Omar, Ali, Osman, all these are the people of Makkah. Allahu Akbar, walillahi alhamd. And also, the second group that Allah wants us to follow is the people of Ansar. Who are the people of Ansar? You all know, people of Medina. The Prophet was born in Mecca and he chose to die in Medina. There's a reason, there's a lot of wisdom behind it for those who understand, who reflect why. There's a lot of wisdom. Anyhow. And Allah said, and those who follow them, وَالَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوهُمْ بِإِحْسَانٍ. And those who, that is where we come in. If this ayah is not been continued, stop there, cut. We are not part of it anymore. We cannot be part of it. But Allah is so great. After He mentioned this group of people, He continuing said to us, وَالَّذِينَ اتَّبَعُوهُمْ بِإِحْسَانٍ. And those who follow them in the best way. Not just follow for the sake of follow, you pick and choose. No, whatever they have shown us. Because these are the first generation, the best generation. Brother and sister, why? Why are we so stubborn? Until today, we still refuse to go back to the best of the people. We thought that we are the best. Na'uzubillah. Now Allah is telling us, who are this group of people? Who are they? Radiyallahu anhum wa radu an. Allah is telling us that these two group of people are groups that Allah is so pleased with them. Can you imagine, brothers? Allah is telling us who that He is so pleased with, who that He loves so much. That's what Allah said. Radiyallahu anhu. Allah is so pleased. Why Allah is so pleased with them? Because they are Arab? No, not because of their race. Why? Because they are rich? Nothing to do with, well, Allah don't need them. Because they please Allah. Now, how do we please Allah, brothers and sisters? We just try our best. Look at their example. That is the best model. How do they please Allah? Ati Allah wa ati wa Rasul. They are people who are always ready to obey, listen and obey. Sami'na wa ata'na. We do listen. I've been talking to all of you. But until today, we do not know how many people are responding. Everybody have their feeling. They want to follow their feeling. That's what happened. We thought that our feeling is better than to obey Allah and the Prophet. Even our feeling is a gift from Allah. When He wants us to use our feeling to please Allah. Brother and sister, a simple example. If you always please your parent, make them happy, what do you get in return? You get a lot of things. When you please the boss will be very happy, then you don't have any problem. Anything you do, you are committed and you are doing something to please that person, you are safe. If you please Allah, and it's very simple, Allah said, just sami'na wa ata'na. In return, and this is why we are coming in, what is the reward? What do we get in return? If you please your parent, you get a lot of things that you want. You keep on giving you this, giving that. You make them happy. When they are happy, you give you everything that you want. Not only what you need. If you please your boss, the boss happy, the boss will love you, talk about you always to other people. And your boss may also, may also increase your salary. And also, he may appoint you to be a higher position in the company because he loves you, he trusts you. There's always a reward. But see what Allah said about the reward for those who please Allah. وَعَدَّ لَهُمْ جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي تَحْتَهَا الْأَنْهَارُ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا أَبَدًا. The reward from Allah is Allahu Akbar. It's unbelievable. You know what? Jannah, paradise. What is better than paradise? To compare with everything you have in this life. Even all the luxury lifestyle, the good food, the comfort you enjoy. Here, temporarily, A lot of people have been blessed in a way. They had everything they want, but they had to go through some pain, some sickness, some suffering, sleepless night. Some go to anxiety, depression, so many things. Because there is the life here. But Jannah, Allahu Akbar, is an everlasting happiness. Everlasting comfort. Allahu Akbar. And this is what Allah promised. And you will be there forever. Brothers and sisters, if you know what is Jannah, really believe in Jannah, I don't think you bother about this world. Of course, you need to survive, but you are not going to trade al-akhirah with dunya. No way. Because you know the value. If like people want to trade with you, barter trade, gold and silver. I want to sell you my silver. You give me gold, I give you extra silver. I don't think you want. I prefer gold. The value of gold is always better than silver. Brothers and sisters, and Allah ends by saying, ذَلِكَ الْفَوْزُ الْعَظِيمُ. This is the supreme success. You want to know what is success? When you follow the first generation who follow Prophet Muhammad's teaching and who is always ready to obey Allah and the Prophet ﷺ. Because this first and best Islamic community, they have transmitted the teaching of the Prophet accurately, completely to themselves and to their loved one. So the Muslim, a good Muslim is a Muslim who make the first generation as their true role model. And they would become inclined towards seeking the truth objectively and free from stubbornness, We are very stubborn, brother and sister. Allah have reminded us who is going to be the most successful people, but we don't care. We just refuse to accept the truth. And narrow-minded adhere to groups. If you are in the right group, who follow the Quran and Sunnah, and Muhajirin and Ansar, Alhamdulillah. But we are not in that group at all. And we think that we are so great. We think that we are the right group. How can you claim to be right when you are not following what Allah and the Prophet want you to do? You are not following the Muhajirin and Ansar, the first generation. Who gives you the right to claim that you are still right? And we are so prejudiced and so loyal to our parties, our group, even is against the Quran and Sunnah, against the teaching of the first generation. But Alhamdulillah, brothers and sisters, when we have the right knowledge, we will know what to do. Like life in Barzakh that we are focusing on every Sunday. When you are prepared, you have the knowledge, you know where you are going after this. Then there's no more surprise, you are ready. You know there's some challenge, you know what is the question is going to come to you after you die. Then you are prepared. You always say, Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami deena wa bi Muhammadin nabiyya. I always remind all my good fellow brothers and sisters, students of knowledge, this simple recitation that the Prophet taught us. But that is to prepare ourselves for the next life. When we go down 6 feet below, quite Q&A is coming, there's an exam, we are ready because we have been doing that. We have been prepared. We say, Allah is my Lord, Islam is my religion, Muhammad is my prophet. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So when the angel asks you, Ma Rabbuk, wa ma dinuk, wa man nabi, or who is this person, you know how to answer. Why? Because you were prepared. You know what you are doing. You know where you're going. That's why Allah said, look into yourself. وَلْتَنْظُرْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ لِغَدٍ. Look into ourselves. What have you prepared for your tomorrow? Allah used the word tomorrow. Today is today. Tomorrow is still today. Because today means the day here in this life. Tomorrow means the next life. Brothers and sisters, we do believe that all of us is trying. But please, don't be stubborn. Don't be arrogant. Don't be narrow-minded. Just learn how to be humble. And that's why the sign of a Muslim is a person who submits to Allah. Just submit yourself to Him. Then you will find peace. Then you know, oh, this is Iman. Because Iman got taste, brother and sister. Iman is not lip service. ليس الإيمان بتمنى ولكن ما وقر بقلبي وصدق بلسانه وعمله بجواره. Iman is not just lip service, feeling, but it's something that comes from your heart, the belief. And then you will speak out like a true believer. A true believer will not have doubts anymore. When you have belief, there's no more doubt. When you have doubt, there is no Iman. Because Iman must be based on yaqeen. Must be certain. It's not something that maybe yes, no, yes is yes, no is no, black is black, white is white, halal is halal, haram, halas. And then Iman will follow up with action. Iman amal. Iman amal. A lot of people say, I believe, but you see, they don't even pray. They say they believe. And you have another group who pray, but after they pray, they look at how they behave. They don't even bother to learn how to pray properly. It's up to me. It's up. No. Allah never allowed you to do anything you like under the name of Islam. He have guided us. He has shown us the way. Hada sirati mustaqim, that we are asking Allah every day, ihdina sirata mustaqim. And then He said, fattabi'uhu, follow my way. That's what Allah said. Brothers and sisters, we never fail to keep on asking Allah to make us people who are ready, who are prepared. Prepared to go where, brothers and sisters? Prepared to get out of MCO. But you know, when you are out from the MCO, you will see some change of some kind of changes in your life. It become a new order. If anything that you change to please Allah, Alhamdulillah. If you change to displease Him, Na'uzubillah. If we all have been so sinful before, so corrupted before, so arrogant before, start to change. No more corruption. No more corruption of the soul, no more corruption of the mind, no more corruption of the body. And Allah promised us, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. Indeed, for those who keep themselves pure, mentally, spiritually, and also bodily, they are the successful ones. And those who allow themselves to be corrupted, they are the loser. Never think that if you are involved in corruption, you will be happy, you will have a good ending. No. The past is the past. Allah wants us to change. So for anybody who have been overdoing a lot of things, let us reflect. We are not going to live here forever. We are going to die. We want to have a good ending. We want all the good people who's been good before and then they're corrupted halfway. Now we want them to be good again because we want to leave behind a good legacy. Leaders, politicians, business people. If you want that your generation is proud of you, your children, your grandchildren is so happy that they have you as a grandfather, a grandmother, please start to change. Start to obey Allah and the Prophet and put your akhirah more important than dunya, so that you leave a legacy that everybody will talk about you, like our Prophet, the first generation, Abu Bakr, Omar, Osman, Ali, the wife of the Prophet. Until today, everybody is talking about them. And they are not talking about the bad thing, they are talking how good they are. And that is the blessing. And that is what we want. Husnul Khatimah. Good ending. Today, inshaAllah, we are going to continue from page 213 and onwards. Under the subtitle, Supplication for the Deceased. We know there are a lot of people who have passed away before us, our loved ones, our family members. But again, as a Muslim, we are guided what to do for them. Why we have to do this? We hope that if you are kind, and keep on praying for one another, when something happened to you or me, people also will pray for us. You see, everything that you do good, there is a chain of reaction. The goodness will come back to you. So why not we do something good before it's too late? Let us put the past aside. Let us think what we have to do now and move forward. A Muslim prayer for a dead Muslim, we are talking of people who have passed away before us, benefits both of them tremendously. When it is done correctly, remember, correctly. And also, you do it truthfully and sincerely from your heart. It's not because you are called by somebody to pray, then only you pray. If people do not call you to pray for you, you don't even care about them. You must feel for one another. Whoever make a dua to any Muslim who has passed away, especially, and you don't even know them sometimes. That's why you always read a general dua, Allahumma qfili hayyina wa mayyitina wa shahidina wa ghaibina wa saghirina wa kabirina, example. A very beautiful prayer from our Prophet. Oh Allah, forgive the sin of those who are living. We all are still living. Forgive the sin of all of them. Forgive the sin for those who have passed away. We don't know who they are, but they are all Muslim. And Muslims are a family to one another. Forgive the sin of the male and the female. Forgive the sin of those who are present in our class, those who are not present. Forgive the sin of the young and the old. Allahu Akbar. Beautiful prayer. You don't have to just pray for those who you know. Not necessary. You can also do that. If there's a special prayer that you think you need to do for a special brother, you're welcome. But for the dead, you pray for everybody. That's why when you go and pass through a graveyard, Muslim graveyard, what did the Prophet taught us? What we do normally, we don't even care. We don't feel for them at all. It's like, I don't know, there's a graveyard there. It's so important when you know that this is a graveyard. Our place, Markas, is near to the Kiara graveyard. Each time you pass through, you remember, give them a salam. Make a prayer. Assalamu'alaikum ya ahlad diyar minal mu'minin wal muslimin wa inna inshaAllah bikum lahiqun. Example. Pray for them. Anyone who is in the graveyard, may Allah forgive you. Peace and the blessing of Allah be upon all your souls. Allahu Akbar. And that's why in Surah Hashar verses 10, this ayah I have shared with you last week, but to continue this week's topic, I will bring you back to that ayah. وَالَّذِينَ جَاءُوا مِنْ بَعْدِهِمْ يَقُولُونَ رَبَّنَا اغْفِرْ لَنَا ذُنُوبًا رَبَّنَا اغْفِرْ لَنَا وَلِإِخْوَانِنَا الَّذِينَ سَبَقُونَا بِالْإِيمَانِ وَلَا تَجْعَلْ فِي قُلُوبِنَا غِلًّا لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا رَبَّنَا إِنَّكَ رَءُوفٌ رَحِيمٌ. And those who came after them, who are they? They mean like us. We came after our parents, after the companion, after the tabi'in, after the tabi'in. So when we pray, oh Lord, forgive us and our brother who preceded us in Iman. See how we are connected in our dua? Even the dua will remind you the importance of be connected to the early generation, to the people before you. Don't forget them, especially the good people, so that you can follow their path. And also don't forget the bad guys so that you will stay away from the bad thing. Whatever happened in the past, lesson learned. Ibratu li ulil albab, Allah said, whatever happened is a lesson for people who reflect. There is a reason behind that. A believer attains a great amount of reward when he supplicates for other believers. Ubadah radhiyallahu anhu reported that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man istaghfara lil mu'minin wal mu'minat, kataballahu lahu bi kulli mu'min wa mu'min wa mu'minatin hasanah." What did the Prophet say? I repeat. Man istaghfara lil mu'minin wal mu'minat, kataballahu lahu bi kulli mu'min wa mu'minatin hasanah. Whoever seek us forgiveness for the believing man and woman, male and female. That's why we say Allahumma ghfir lil muslimin wal muslimat. Example. Allah record for him a good deed for every believing male and female. In return, the little that we can do, brother and sister, amazing the reward from Allah. But look at how arrogant, ignorant we are. We don't care. I have nothing to do with them. It's not my business. If that's how you feel, of course it's up to you. But don't forget, you have a lot of friends when you are alive. Especially when you have authority, you have money, there's a lot of sugar and honey here and there, then there's a lot of people who come to you. But when you die, we don't know who will be there for you. But if you love to ask Allah to forgive a fellow Muslim, you are kind, you feel you care for one another. We hope and pray when we die, a lot of people will remember us and pray for us. But if you don't like to pray for people, people may not care about you. That's how you feel, and that's how you will end. People don't care. Your present, your absent have no value to them. But if you are always a good person, helpful, bring benefit to others, something happened to you, a lot of people miss you. They miss your goodness. They miss your kindness. And that's why let us do good when we are still able to do. And making dua, you don't need to spend anything, just lip service, and it must be sincere, of course. If you don't do it sincerely, it's no value. You just pray and you recite long dua, but it's not from your heart. You just want to show people you memorize beautiful dua, and because the person who invite you to make dua is going to give you a lot of maybe some token. If you go to the rich people, you read long dua because you want to get more allowance or more reward from them, more token from them. Poor people, you just don't have time. That means you are not sincere in your prayer. And of course, when you make dua, you always start with adab dua, praising Allah, salawat upon the Prophet, and you make a dua. You must be humble. Allah wants you to be humble when you ask Him. Udu'u rabbukum tadarru'an wa khufiyah. Be humble, and you don't have to raise up your voice unnecessary unless you have the intention to educate the people around you. What is this dua about? But sometimes we are so and grows with our own way, read long dua in a language that people don't understand, and people just say Amin, Amin, Amin. They're so tired raising their hand, they drop their hand, and then again Amin, Amin. You don't have to do that. Make it easy, simple, and the best way is like how our Prophet, when he made dua, he remind all the companions how to make dua. They can even follow him slowly. Everybody know how to make their own dua. There's a reward for all of us in all the things that we are doing. If you are doing sincerely for the sake of Allah and follow the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even when you make dua, you have adapt. You must learn, brother and sister. When a Muslim sincerely supplicates, make dua for another Muslim in their absence, Allahu Akbar. Now this is another level. Allahu Akbar. In their absence, without they knowing, Allah accept his supplication. Allahu Akbar. Beautiful, brother and sister. And he, Allah, accord him a favor similar to what he requests for others. Can you imagine? You're doing something good for a brother or a sister whom they do not know, but you remember that. And then the same thing, Allah will reward you. In return, what you want the good to happen to them, the goodness will happen to you. You ask Allah to forgive, then Allah also will forgive you. Brother and sister, you see how loving Allah is. And the reward of Allah is so great. Just do a little deeds that you can. Abu Darda reported that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Da'watul mar'il muslim li akhihi bi zahril ghaib mustajab inda ra'sihi malakun muqallubih kullama da'a li akhihi bi khairin qala al-malak Amin walaka bimislih." Allahu Akbar. Such a beautiful reminder from the Prophet. For who? For us. For the beautiful nation, beautiful ummah who care, who feel for one another. Allahu Akbar. The meaning of the saying of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Abu Darda radhiyallahu anhu, a Muslim supplication dua for another Muslim brother or sister in his or her absence, meaning without his knowledge. You know somebody is traveling, you pray for them, may Allah make him have a good and safe journey. And may Allah accept his prayer, make him remember Allah wherever he goes. It's a prayer. And he also, who is a traveler, remember us, because they know that the Prophet said, one of the prayer that Allah will not reject is the prayer of a traveler, Maqbool. Then when he was traveling, he know, if the Prophet said that the dua of the traveler will not be rejected. So when you are traveling, it's an honor and also it's an opportunity. Brothers say, why not we pray while you are sitting in the, on your seat in the aircraft? You just make a prayer. Oh Allah, forgive the sin of my brothers, my sister. Whoever you remember by name, you have mentioned them by name. Whoever you don't remember their name, you say, my Jama'ah, my Wednesday Jama'ah, my Saturday Jama'ah, my Sunday Jama'ah. And all the brothers and sisters who have been with me, I can't remember their name in detail. Ya Allah, you know them more than me. Oh Allah, make their life easy. Oh Allah, yeah, guide them, forgive their sin. Oh Allah, protect them from COVID-19. Anything. You just keep on praying. Allah, the Prophet said, is telling us that Allah will not reject that kind of dua, because that dua really come from your heart. No, you're connected. You did not pray only when they ask you to pray. Of course, you can ask people to pray for you. There's nothing wrong. But if the prayer will come from them without asking, it's a very special prayer. We always try our best to remember that. Normally, when I travel anywhere, when I'm traveling, whether for Umrah, Hajj, or just for my Da'wah program, I always try my best to remember this. I can remember all the good names, people who are close to us. Of course, we can remember their name better, then we will mention their name. And for their family, people who we can't remember their name, because you have people who are close to you and people who are not that close. Once for a while he will come. There are people who consistently are in contact with you. Of course, you have a very special feeling for them because they feel for you. I do have a lot of very special feeling for a lot of my jama'ah who always remember us. Good time, bad time, they are always in contact with us. And we always pray for them, their family, for their goodness, for their success, for their grandchildren, everything. Because when you pray, we pray not just for today, for the future. And also we pray, may Allah meet us in Jannatul Firdaus Al-A'la. And may Allah accept our prayer. When a Muslim pray for another Muslim in his or her absence, an angel, the Prophet is telling us, is appointed near his head. Can you imagine? When you do this, and angels were appointed by Allah, where near his head, because you are thinking, because you think of the good brothers and sisters and your fellow jama'ah, your fellow student of knowledge, your fellow Muslim, wherever they are. An angel is appointed near his head, and every time when he requests good for his brother, the angel say, Ameen. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Can you imagine, brothers and sisters? No. How beautiful. And how do you feel when you know an angel is appointed on our head, this area? Our head is our head. We think of the good brothers, now the angel is there. Just wait for you to pray for your fellow brother and sister. When you pray for them, who may Amin before you may Amin, angel will may Amin. Can you imagine, brother and sister? How powerful is the prayer? How close are we to Allah? And that's why when people ask the Prophet about where is Allah and so on, the Prophet would just point up to the heaven, His Sama. And then the Prophet will also tell us what Allah said to him. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي أَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ. If any of the people ask you, O Muhammad, where is God, Allah? Tell them, I am close to them. Call upon me, I will respond to their call. Allah is very close to us. Even we are so far away from Him, but He is still close to us. But if you are close to Him, He will be very, very close. Yeah. So we hope we try our best. Don't be stingy. Don't be so busy with the world that you forget to pray for one another. Angels say, Amen, and the same be given to you. What you pray for the goodness of your fellow brother and sister, wherever they are, where they did not ask you to pray, but you remember them in a prayer, the same prayer that you ask goodness for them will come back to you. Oh, Ya Allah. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. How beautiful the teaching of Islam. When you do that, brother and sister, you have no time to think bad to another brother and sister. There's no time. But today you have so much time to think about the negative of other people. And you love to entertain everything that is negative. That shows that you have a sickness, you have a problem, brother and sister. Anybody say he is good, but he like to entertain the negative of other people. He like to look at the mistake of others. You know he's not good. He cannot be good. A good person don't have time to entertain all this. A good person will always stay away from people who like to gossip and backbite because they have no time to do that. They want to make use of the time to get closer to Allah, to be a better person. So if you want to be better, you must be in a better environment with a better friend. You cannot say, I want the best, but you are with the worst people. It contradicts. Like what the Prophet have warned us, that the time will come, there are years that we are going to encounter and experience that people would like to listen to the liar. Whatever the people like to talk about, lie, gossip, backbiting, you have people who just love to entertain and be part of it. And whatever the people who are truthful is going to say to them, they don't believe. They believe the wrong people, the bad guy. Like today, we believe on all the wrong information. Through what? Through messages, YouTube. We believe 100%, but that is not true yet. Nothing is being confirmed. It's just hearsay. The best example that I can share with you is like you want to buy things online. You believe how they promote, and they have a group of people say how good. These are all gimmick, trick, trap. And most of us are caught by a surprise. After you pay, you got the wrong goods. And then when you say to them, I want return, you don't know who to talk to, who to communicate, no response. Can you imagine what is happening around the world today, this world of technology? We are all caught by a surprise, but nothing is too late. We are learning. So we are more alert. So it's very good for us to remember one another in a good way. In a good way. If you make a mistake, it's very, very good to be humble and ask Allah for forgiveness if you make a mistake with Allah. If you commit a sin with Allah, ask Him. Allah is all forgiving. If you make a mistake with human, you have to ask human to forgive you. That is to show that you are humble, you are sincere. But if you don't care, it's just like, no, if you have debt with Allah, it's easy. Allah can forgive you, very easy. Because Allah don't need any payment from us. Just repent to Him. But when you have debt with human, you have to clear this with the human before you die. If not, he will come after you in the day of judgment. Don't take this thing lightly. That's why our prophet, when he want to perform a funeral prayer, he asks, do this deceased person have debt with anybody? If they say yes, anybody of his next of kin is going to take the responsibility to pay back. If no one say yes, the prophet excuse himself, will not perform the funeral prayer. When you make a mistake with human, you have to be humble and ask that human for forgiveness. There is our adab. I repeat the saying of the Prophet, Da'watul mar'il muslim li akhihi bi zahril ghaibi mustajab inda ra'sihi malakun mukalun bihi kullama da'a li akhihi bi khairin qala al-mal' amin wa laka mislih. When a Muslim make dua for his or her brothers and sisters in their absence, is accepted by Allah. And this is the saying of the Prophet. And the saying of the Prophet is true. You just have to have that faith and believe in it. An angel is appointed near his head or her head if it is a she. And every time when he or she requests good for his brother, he make a prayer, a good prayer for the brother and says, the angel say, Ameen, and the same be given to you. Allahu Akbar. Don't miss this great opportunity. Don't be stingy and selfish in making dua. Me, oh Allah, I want this. Only you want all the good, but you don't think about the good for others. You want to have peace, you don't want others to have peace. You want to go to Jannah, you don't want other people to go to Jannah. You want to be forgiven, you don't want to forgive others. And this is how you move on, brothers and sisters. Since the above two hadiths are general hadiths, they are applicable whether the absent Muslims are living or dead. There are hadiths talking about the dead. Now you're talking about those who are present, but they are not in front of you. I believe that all parents who love their children always pray for their children. The minute the children leave home, because of work, because of study, parents always pray for them. May Allah make them have a safe journey, and may Allah bring them home safely. Parents would love to see them again. But how many of us who are children today, when you leave home for your job, whatever you are doing, that you pray for your parents? You have to ask yourself, brothers and sisters, whether you are a good son or not. A good son, a good daughter, never forget their parents. Because without their parents, of course with the will of Allah, we are not here. And that's why we always pray for our parents. If you keep on praying for them, all the good things that you are praying for them will also go back to you. And this is what we want all the good brothers and sisters to remember. How important for you to be connected to Allah, connected to the Prophet, connected to the first generation, and do what Allah and the Prophet want you to do. You want the best for you, give the best to others. You want all the good things to happen to you, pray that the same good thing happen to others. And if you want people to forgive you, you learn how to forgive others. Allah loves those who show mercy to one another. Irham man fil ard, yarhamkum man fis sama, the Prophet said. Show mercy to Allah's creation on the earth. The one in the heaven will shower His mercy upon you. Amen. We as Muslims have been taught by Allah and the Prophet to be prepared for everything. That is the beauty of this religion. It's not here to tell you about dunya, khalas. No. Dunya, akhirah. Dunya, akhirah. Dunya is a platform to bring you to akhirah. Not dunya for dunya. One thing is sure to happen to all of us when we die. When we depart from this life. The first thing is going to happen after our body been washed and it's been covered. We are going to perform a prayer called Salatul Janazah. Is going to happen. Something is going to happen. Some Muslim will take some responsibility. This is one thing that is great in Islam again. Even you have no money, you don't worry. You don't have worry. Because if you are a kind person, you have a lot of people will come and participating in your funeral prayer. Not because you are just a leader. Maybe you are a president. No, not because you are a good Muslim. Then you invite a lot of good people to your funeral. Without you sending invitation card, they will come. When they heard that so and so have passed away, they will be so sad to know that the loved one, the people that they care so much, who care for them, is gone. There will be a lot of people who will come and participate in the funeral prayer. When righteous Muslims pray janazah for the deceased fellow believer, sincerely begging Allah to forgive him, Allah accept their supplication and forgive the deceased person. How beautiful. Since those Muslims who associated with him did not find any major problem to prevent them from supplicating for him, Allah the most generous accept their supplication and forgive many of his hidden sins that they did not know. Because we all have two types of sins. Two levels. Open, secret, big, small, minor, or major. We do have them. Aisha, the wife of our Prophet ﷺ, the mother of the believers, Anas, the companions of the Prophet, and Abu Hurairah, three of them, reported that the Prophet said, ما من ميت تصلي عليه أمة من المسلمين يبلغون منه كلهم يشفعون له إلا شفعوا فيه إلا غفر له. Whenever a group of Muslims reaching 100 in number, reaching 100 in number, pray janazah for a deceased person. That means they are performing the funeral prayer. All interceding on his behalf, their intercession is granted by Allah and he is forgiven. Now this hadith from Muslim and Nasa'i is talking about 100 people participating in the prayer. Do you think it's easy to get 100 people? Now you must remember, the people who come and participate in your prayer are people who are good. You know, people who feel for you. Now there's other hadith. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma reported that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the messenger of Allah, said, "Ma min muslimin yamutu fayakumu ala janazatihi arba'una rajulan la yushrikuna billahi shay'an illa shafa'ahum Allah fi." Whenever a Muslim dies and 40 men, 40 men pray over his funeral, that means funeral prayer, perform the funeral prayer. And the 40 men, none of them commit shirk in worship. None of them joining anything with Allah in worship. Meaning what? They are free from shirk. How do you know you are free from shirk, brother and sister? What is shirk? A lot of Muslims don't even know what is shirk. They talk shirk, that means you worship an idol, you worship an animal, a tree, shirk. Oh, that is clear shirk. Other than that, there are many things involved in shirk that we were not aware of it because we don't care. Look at what Allah said. فَمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو بِقَاءَ رَبِّهِ فَلْيَعْمَلْ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا وَلَا يُشْرِكْ بِعِبَادَةِ رَبِّهِ أَحَدًا in Surah Al-Kahfi. Allah said, whoever hope to meet Allah, to return back to Allah, where Allah is pleased with you, you have to engage in righteous deeds. You have to be practicing Muslim and do the right deeds. And while you are doing your right deeds, the good deed, worshipping Allah, example, وَلَا يُشْرِكْ بِعِبَادَةِ رَبِّهِ أَحَدًا. Surprising, while you're worshipping Allah, Allah said, don't commit shirk. You are not worshipping idols. You are not worshipping trees or images. You are worshipping Allah in the masjid. And how you commit shirk? وَلَا يُشْرِكْ بِعِبَادَةِ رَبِّهِ أَحَدًا. Meaning, shirk bin niyat, your intention. Your intention must be pure and sincere. They do for the sake of Allah, not because of the situation you are in, because you are there, so you have to do. No. It's like when the people say, what do you think about the dead person? Because you know him, you always talk, he's a good brother. I miss him a lot. No. Another person says, it's a 40 people talk good about without. Of course, they must know him personally. Don't lie, don't be a hypocrite. Angel will bring this prayer up to Allah. Allah will accept it. Allah grant them with intercession for him. Allahu Akbar. First hadith 100. Second, 40. Now, how do you get this number if you're not a good guy? If you don't care about others? If you are very arrogant, very selfish? What do you think? What kind of people will come to your funeral? Maybe your own kind of group who come and will gossip about you too. Even you are dead, they still talk about you. They're not talking good about you. Brothers and sisters, one of the conditions that Allah and the Prophet have made it clear to us, if you want your prayer to be answered, make sure you don't commit shirk. Some people wear talisman, azima, or wear a ring to believe that this ring will protect him from all the danger. It's shirk. You can wear a ring. The Prophet also wear a ring. But he don't say that this ring is the one who protect him. No. This necklace is the one who protect him. This jade is the one who protect him from all the danger. It's shirk. The one who protect us is Allah. Not all these things. You cannot write something, some alphabets here and there, and then you make a talisman, and then you hang here, hang there, and say, I will be protected by this talisman. Azima. That is all shirk. And if you want to know whether people who you ask for help is teaching you to commit shirk, you say, okay, I think this house is haunted. When you go home, you go and dig 4 angles, yeah, and then you bury something there. That is all involved in witchcraft, sihr. Or they demand something for you in return. Can you give me a chicken? Can you give me 10 eggs? Can you do this, do that? All these are signs of shirk. Because if a person who do not commit shirk, he will just make dua direct to Allah. And he will teach you how to recite certain recitation and supplication taught by Allah and the Prophet ﷺ. Like Bismillahillazi la yadurru ma ismi shay'un fil ardi wala fis sama wa huwa sami'ul. They will recite something that is clear in the Quran or the Sunnah, not mixed with some strange word. No, sometimes he makes some recitation, and then while he recite some in Arabic, mixed with Thai, mixed with Japanese word. Oh, khalas, you know, it's not the way of Islam. The last hadith that I share with you today is from Maimuna radiallahu anha, reported that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu said, "Ma min mayyitin yusalli alayhi ummatan minan nas illa shufi'u bih." Whenever a large group of people pray janazah for a deceased person, they are granted intercession for him. Allahu Akbar. Walillahil hamd. Now, my simple reminder to all the good brothers and sisters who are following me in this program, if you like people to pray for you, learn how to pray for them now, before it's too late. If there's an janazah nearby to your place, just go. Even you do not know them, just go and perform the funeral prayer. If you miss, you don't have the time, sometimes maybe because all these things happen by surprise, no one planned. At least you remember them and say, Allahumma qfirlahu warhamhu. Because the Prophet said, you hear somebody pass away, then the first thing you say is, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Remind yourself too that all of us came from Allah and to Him we return. And then say, Istaghfiru li'aqil. Ask Allah to forgive him. Even the Prophet allowed us. This is the only prayer that the Prophet allowed. If you miss the prayer in the mosque or at home, you can visit the grave when you have some time, and then ask the people who know where he was buried, show you where the grave is, and you can perform the prayer there. And the Prophet does it to show us this is the only prayer that you can perform at the graveyard. So may Allah make us among the people who always remember one another for the sake of Allah and whoever, and we are kind to always think good about others so that the goodness will come back to you. So may Allah help us and forgive us for what we are doing so far, that we are not following the way of our Prophet ﷺ. We have been so stingy, arrogant, and we have been so calculative. May Allah make us a better person, and may Allah accept all our prayer. Brothers and sisters, now we are going back to the second part of our enrichment program, Q&A. Fatafaddal. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To fellow followers from Indonesia. May Allah protect them, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our prayer. Waalaikumsalam to Sister Tara Tots from US. May Allah bless you, sisters. Abdul Qadir, Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah. Having really tough time with was negative thinking, keep on reciting the three Qul Huwallah, Qul A'udhu Falaq, Qul A'udhu Bin-Nas. It's good because this is one of the few ayah that can strengthen your iman and protect you from all this was tashwish. Don't entertain anymore. Was can be overcome by yaqeen. Be sure. When you do anything, you want to say something guided by Quran and Sunnah, no more was. That's how you move on. But this kind of thing will come, don't entertain. Cut it off. Sister Farida Osman, Waalaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A good question. What is the ruling in Islam on hanging pictures of family in a house? Is forbidden. The Prophet don't allow. If you want your house to be visited by the good angels, then make sure there's no hanging of pictures, images of animal or human being. If you have the photos, family, just put into an album, put it down. Nothing for you to hang up on the wall and admire it. No, don't do that. Because angels, good angels don't enter the house when there is a dog and there is a hanging of any images of human and animals. We Muslims have our own way of decorating our home. We will decorate according to the Islamic way, not according to our way. A lot of things that is happening around us, we are confused because Islam never confused us. The teaching of Islam is pure. From the time the Prophet is the best example. So that's why Prophet don't allow people to even draw his image, not the companions. Also, they don't allow anybody to draw the images. The danger is we worry that people will start to glorify, admire, and start to think that maybe this image can be an intercession for them when they want to make dua. Like the Sheikh today, they want big image of them, photos of them to be hanged. So that when you want to make prayer, call their name. Astaghfirullah azim, Shirk. Amin. For praying for you. And God bless you, brother, and all of us. Amin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us a good Muslim so that we can help others. What if we make a promise in nazar with Allah, with intention to fulfill it, but we cannot repay it due to sickness, death? Will we be questioned for it in the afterlife? Nazar is something allowed but was not encouraged because worried that we can't perform it. So if you have that, then some of your next of kin have to help you. If you can't fulfill when you're still alive, there is a kafara. There is a way to redeem. You feed 10 poor people or dress 10 poor people with the dress or the food that you eat and the dress that you dress. Or you free a slave. Free a slave. If you still can't, the minimum, you fast for 3 days. So if you fail to do that, if somebody, your family member who are aware about your nazar, somebody must help you to do it. And that is how the living help the dead. You can still do them a favor. Because nazar is something you owe to Allah. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to Brother Omar Ashraf. What if we ask for forgiveness from the person that we did wrong to, and the person doesn't want to forgive us? Do we still have to settle the sin with the person on the day of judgment? You don't have to worry. When you have done your part, you leave it to Allah. Allah is all merciful. Because a good Muslim will not do that to you. But if he don't want, you have done your part. You know you have done your part. Allah is merciful. When you have done your part, then you leave it to Allah. If the person show no mercy to you, then remember the hadith of the Prophet. If you show mercy to Allah's creation, Allah will show His mercy upon you. If you are so mean, let Allah handle him. There are times we cannot change a person except Allah. And Allah knows what is the best. So as long as we do our part. During prayer, I want to make a personal dua, but I don't know how to make it in Arabic. I can do it in my language, in my heart, yes. Especially when making the sujood. You know, after you recite Subhana Rabbil A'la 3 times minimum, you can increase more than that. Then you have certain dua that you want to make for certain people, you can do that. But when you are praying Jama'ah prayer, you cannot take your sweet time. You must follow the Imam. When you're praying alone, especially the Sunnah prayer, you can, take your time and ask Allah whatever you want. Anything you want to recite is in Arabic. You can't recite. You make dua in your heart. Yes, you can do that. Sheikh, what is your view on Maulud of our Prophet? No view. When talk about Islam, we don't ask for anybody's opinion. We want to know, what do Islam say? And what did the Prophet taught us? We know that none, not even once, the family of the Prophet, meaning the wife who loved him so much, the daughter Fatima, the companion Abu Bakr, Omar, Osman, Ali, celebrate the Maulid. They love the Prophet in the way the Prophet want them to love them, not their own way. This Maulid thing actually is an alien to us, not from us. But I remember the history. The first person who celebrated his Maulid, his birthday, is Abu Lahab. And the first who go against him, also him. So if we love our Prophet, you just have to follow his teaching, his sunnah. That's all you have to do. Never been shown by the Prophet, by the wife of God. His first wife, Khadija, is a rich and noble woman. She can do a lot for him. But there is no example. This kind of celebration started when the Muslim country been colonized by the foreign force. And they start to introduce this among themselves, and we were exposed to it, then we start to follow. It was not from the Muslim at all. It's not our value. Alhamdulillah. A good question. Assalamu'alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. I have a question. As a child, how do you deal with an abusive father? Somebody must advise and remind the father. Somebody who is close to the father, who the father respects, that is the best way, must remind the father, teach the father. Sometimes there are new father, young father who don't have experience having children. When they have children, they become very abusive. You must remember as parents that sometimes your children can be a shield for you to enter paradise. They can protect you from hellfire. So you must be kind, be loving to your children so that they always remember you, they love you, they pray for you. To abuse your children is haram. It's considered you are committing zulm. You're oppressing them and their prayer is powerful. Don't forget the prayer of the Muslim. Don't do that at all, brothers. If you just cannot handle children, you can just pass it to other people who love your children. But don't abuse them. It's haram. It's wrong. It's against Islamic ruling and against human law. Wherever you go, no law allows you to abuse your children. Your children is a trust from Allah. My father has been verbally abusive to me since young and is never happy with the decision I make for my life and my future. I have approached him to talk about this, but he just brushed it off. Yeah, sometimes for us to talk to our parents, the parents just don't listen because you are their daughter or your son. You are too young to talk to them. That's why I say it's good to get somebody who's elderly, somebody your parents respect. It's important for children to know who is the good friend of their parent, who their parent respect, so that you can do something and help your parent through them. Don't give up. You try your best. Have extra patience. It's a test. It's a challenge. But Allah will reward you for your patience. There's the best thing for us to do, brothers. Be patient and try your best. You cannot reach him. You reach others to reach him. Yeah? You can talk to your mom. Maybe your mom can talk to him. You can talk to your grandparent. Maybe your grandparent will talk to him. But the best one is you must know who is the friend that he loves, he respects, that he is close. That will be the best person to talk to him. Maybe Yeah. Maybe his upbringing also is not good. Maybe our father had been abused by, yeah, his parent, and now he is doing the same thing to you. Yeah, sometimes they say history repeat, but it's not good to repeat anything that's bad. We should have learned. No, we don't like to be abused by anybody. Then how can we abuse our own children? May Allah bless him, inshaAllah. Saudi, wait, Shuhaid. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Hopefully we can come to your class again and see you in person. May Allah safeguard all of us and protect us from the COVID-19. Ameen. Yeah, we are around now. Of course, now it's more relaxed now. Anybody can just let us know if you want to come. And then we have the SOP. We can start to meet up. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah. Saudi Arabia is part of the global organization on YouTube. To Islam. We were trying to look into that and try to understand what do this sign represent. Thank you for this reminder from the brother. So brother and sister, inshallah, if there's no further question, we like to end our enrichment program now. And we keep on praying, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us a good Muslim who care for one another, feel for one another, and who always pray for one another. Nobody is perfect. We just try our best to be good, and we hope our goodness will bring more benefit to others. You want to know whether you are good or not, you have to ask others. Other people have to tell you. You cannot say, I'm good enough. No. Yeah. You want to know whether you are a good parent, you have to ask your children. If their children is so happy with you, then you know there is a sign. If they give you, send you a letter or draw something, write a letter to you, you are the best father, you are the best mother I've ever had. Alhamdulillah. But I don't know any one of us who have been parents have received any this kind of letter from your children. If not yet, try your best. Give the best to them. Maybe our children do not know how to express their feeling towards us in the form of letter. As long as they are happy and we are not abusive, we care for them, we love them. When they see you, they are so happy, they are so, cool. Alhamdulillah. May Allah give us a happy family. And may the nation be a happy nation, free from corruption, oppression, and lies. Amin. Ya Rabbil Alamin. Wabillahi tawfiqi wa aqli da'wana. Walhamdulillah alamin. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. The last thing that I like to recap here is the brother is Daud Kim, a YouTuber who became a Muslim. Daud Kim is a Korean YouTuber who became Muslim. Alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you, guide you, enlighten you wherever you are. I have been in Korea many times, but last few years I have not been there. And Alhamdulillah, I believe the Korean people is starting to be more aware about Islam, and may Allah give more guidance to the Muslim and also to the Korean people. Amin. Ya Rabbal Alamin. My salam to your Jama'ah and also the family. May Allah guide your family. Amin ya Rabbil Alameen. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi